Welcome back to the EGL Gears of War Open here live from London. It's Stamford Bridge, the home of Chelsea Football Club. I'm representing the blue today. I don't support Chelsea at all, though. Like, I mean, I just want to put it out there that even though I am wearing blue, we are on Stamford Bridge. I don't support Chelsea. And
I think security needs to take you out.
I would only ever refer to the stadium as the place where Papi Cisse scored the best ever Premier League goal.
I do remember that, yeah. That was a very good goal, to be fair.
Goal that was. Anyway, moving into Gears of War, into the esports side of things. A good game coming up here. We've got Fable taking on Cyclone. I say a good game. Everyone's sort of expecting Fable to steamroll this, maybe steamroll everybody, but realistically, this could be a decent game. Winners bracket semi-final. The winner will go on to play Fable Sentinel, which will be an even better game, I would imagine. But, I mean, we have to be leaning towards Fable, of course.
Yeah, I think they can have just as comfortable a game here. But saying that, Cyclone, of course, they 2-1 Prismatic earlier. So anything's on the cards, perhaps. Maybe a bit of randomness there. Cyclone playing very well today, perhaps showing up on the day. And maybe they can show up with Fable here. Who knows?
You never want to write them off. It's definitely a team that you never want to write off, you know. But obviously, considering what Fable did to Team Lucent and the fact that they 14-1 them or something, it doesn't give me hope or confidence that this Cyclone team can come out and cause them problems. I feel like it's going to be very much so a Fable whitewash. But, you know, I said this in Sheffield as well. I love an underdog story. And if Cyclone were to win this, then
What would you do? What would you do if Cyclone win this?
I will take my shirt off on stream.
Oh, God, I hope they don't win. Okay. And I hope everybody at home.
I think everyone in the viewership is like, do not do that.
God, please win. Realistically, though, let's quickly run into some predictions. Which way we think this is going? I mean, I don't really feel like I need to ask, but I need to. Go ahead, Toby.
2-0 Fable.
Okay, map scores.
Oh, okay then.
How many rounds do Fable drop? We should predict that instead.
How many do they drop over 2 maps in total?
Yeah.
3?
3? Okay, that seems fair.
Be adventurous, mate.
I'm gonna be adventurous. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit adventurous. Okay, and say that it's gonna be Fable gonna drop 5 rounds over the course of 2 maps. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 2. I think realistically, Cyclone, you know, going into this, probably gone as far as they're going to in the winners bracket and should realistically drop down the losers bracket, but we are trying to get this one ready as soon as we can. But let's go into the picks and bans now to see which way this one has gone. Fables, first ban coming up. Harbour, no surprises there. Cyclones is going to be down picked by Fable. Once again, no surprises. Foundation coming in for Cyclone. Ban of 4 bullets from Fable, I should say. Sorry, Cyclone. Ban lift and final map will be reclaimed. We haven't seen anything too adventurous in the picks and bans today, have we?
No, look, Fable have picked Dam again. We saw them on that map against Lucent. They did a great job in shutting that down pretty quickly. Cyclone have picked Foundation, which again was Lucent's pick last time. So it's what you expect. Fable are, I don't know, they're playing this safe. They're not really trying anything a little bit different. You'd expect maybe because they have, you know, really pummeled teams so far on stream that they may try something a little bit different this time round. But they are playing it safe, which is good to see because essentially this is practice for the major event in July, isn't it? So you want to see them play their best maps they can for when they go to the major event. You know, it's
in that same respect, would you not like to see them maybe get some experience on some maps that they're not as comfortable on?
Well, that's what scrims are for. You know, that's what they do at home. That's what online's for, right? You know, it's to try different things out. It's to try different rotations, different maps, different strategies. And when you come to a LAN event, you want them to, you know, you want to see them take it as seriously as possible, given the fact that maybe the teams aren't giving them the best competition possible. You want to see them take it as seriously as they can. So I like the fact that they're playing it safe and they're trying to just, you know, focus on that major event in July and practice for that, using this LAN event as an advantage to do so.
So we're feeling a comfortable Fable victory. I think the thoughts are probably shared with the viewers at home as well. I think, I mean, I just checked a DeSoto interview actually with, I think it might have been Phelpsy who had one, and he was mentioning that, you know, he's a little bit nervous about this event because and it's that thing where the pressure is on. That's the thing, because everyone expects you to stomp on everyone, and if you don't, then people are going to ask questions why.
Even if you drop too many rounds, people start, you know, turning heads. Like, what's going on? Is this Fable streak over? And really start, you know, piling the pressure on even more. So yeah, I guess I see the argument actually for the map picks. I was thinking, you know, maybe a little bit of practice for tomorrow, but saying that, you're right. Online is for practice. As they've said, they haven't practiced that much online recently. So, you know, a bit more safe. Why not? Round off the day in good spirit, ready for tomorrow.
Definitely, 100%.
Well, they will be facing the winner of this game, Fable Sentinel, in our winners bracket final, which will be tomorrow. This is going to be the last game of today. It's going to be down for the first one, and it's going to be Fable against Cyclone. Boys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Chris. Let's get straight into this one then, shall we? It is Dam. It's the favourite pick for Fable, of course, as he dark. Is standing up, ready to go and see what Fable can put on show for us today. Of course, Cyclone, just like earlier. Well, they did beat Prismatic earlier. Much big in his back pocket. He's surely going to be using it in this match.
And this is what I want to see from this Cyclone team, is I want to see them get a bit loose. I want to see them get aggressive. If they're going to have any chance of beating this Fable side, they need to try and push those 1Vs as quick as they can and win them convincingly. And Little Ashens there, as we're on board on the platform. Little Ashens does take a 2-piece in this B area, so that's a great play by him. And now Cyclone, not probably expected. I know it's early days, but not expected here. And Little Ashens does take the 3rd in Hydrone as well. He's come here to play, and this is what I love to see here from this Cyclone side. You know, Cyclone side, if they're going to have a chance, they're going to need to do things like this, Toby.
Yep, they're starting off strong for sure. And actually, you can see Sammy, he's using the Epsilon skin, of course, former org of this roster before Fable. So a little bit of banter, perhaps, in game here. Of course, being a former Epsilon member is Sammy. And so far, his team have started off well. You know, they've got control of B. They have a bit of a points lead, but here comes Phelpsy straight up to RMJ, catches Sammy off guard. Perhaps a little error in communication there. Sammy was caught off guard quite a bit too easily. Ashens, of course, adding back to his kill feed. Crazed with the double. Make that a triple. Nicely done from him.
Yeah. Like you said, I think you called it correctly there, Toby. That was probably a little bit of miscommunication on that back B area, because Phelpsy just all too easily caught Sam off guard on that cover without any say-so, any words. So they're probably going to be a bit disappointed that happened, but they can't let it get to them. It is only round 1, let's not forget. So, but no, Fable doing a great job in taking down that setup pretty easily. So now we're going to see them put a little bit of pressure on Cyclone's home hill, and Cyclone are going to need to do a good job here to try and soak this up and make sure it doesn't happen. But look, as I say that, they have rotated to the C hill, but Hydrone there held his shot very well there on precision. Great play from him, and look, now we're seeing them just get the angle. Sammy out KLT is in a bad position, and Krim just picks him up along with Chidwick, and that looks like it's going to be a Fable round. And as I say that, a Little Ashens, he's been pretty good so far this event, and he's doing well to dodge bullets like a ghost in a haunted house. He's not been seen, and he's taken down Phelpsy. Well played there. And now Fable have just got to back off, and, you know, well played from Cyclone to be on the defensive.
You know, they've gained so many points from holding out that defense and pushing the triple cap for so long that they can just pull back finally and actually play it safe. Ashford, he might have stayed alive for so long, but he's just left in no man's land now. He's fighting one player in front of him. He rolls into another. Fable are just holding on strong. They're positioned ready, and it's just textbook from them. You know, Cyclone, they tried the basic strategy of counteracting that B setup, push the enemy's home hill as fast as you can through the pit side of the map. But Fable, Hydrone, for example, set up perfectly, putting in the damage where necessary, and it's a very simple round for Fable, for sure.
Is indeed, and you know, my spidey senses were tingling very shortly there in that first round. I thought Little Ashens, when he got the 3-piece, that was it. You know, Cyclone was showing a little bit of a fight here against this Fable team, but you know, Fable being Fable, they find a way to lock the rotations very quickly and get the position and shut this Cyclone team out very well.
Yep. It's actually the Hammerburst being placed down at the home hill here from Cyclone. Nothing too surprising. Sammy usually had a Hammerburst in his hands, it seems. Back in Fable, So, you know, not too surprising there, as it could be a go-to strategy for him. But it's actually Chidwick who picks up that hammer burst there. Sammy, speak of the devil, does actually take out his former teammate in the form of Fable Phelpsy. Curry's just lurking on this backboard of B. But Fable, once again, lots of presence. The question is posed, though, to Cyclone. Are they going to be aggressive in taking it back, or are they going to take their time? Looks like the latter as of right now.
I think they've got to take their time in those positions. I don't think they need to do anything too brash in these early stages of these rounds. You know, I'm all for showing a little bit of aggression, but they've got to do it sensibly, or otherwise Marsh does take a two-piece like that on Ashens and Sammy KLT, and now Fable are looking very, very destructive in their play here, taking everything in their path. Precision's left here by himself. He rolls in just about, but he can't quite get the decap, and now we see Fable taking that round 2, and it's got to be said, you know, we saw them play against Lucent. They are very, very strong on this map, and it's definitely showing. Chidwick in his Cyclone shirt there, he doesn't know what to say. Pretty lost for words.
Honestly, it looked like Cyclone were a bit scared of Fable there. At the start of the round, there was just no presence in that B hill. It was almost as though the Fable players were just lurking in the B hill, walking around, knowing that no one's going to dare shoot them. But when they did finally attack, of course, you nailed it on the head. Fable were there and ready to go in full strength. There was no pressure on before that, so you know they had the freedom to run at you and then get those shotgun kills when available.
Exactly, Tobes. They need to do it, as I said, if Cyclone are going to do this, if they're going to try and gain position on this very, very strong Fable side, they've got to do it sensibly, and they can't do anything too brash. I'm all for, as I said, I'm all for them being very, very aggressive, but they've got to do it at the right times to match this very strong Fable side, and now we're seeing a stalemate in this B hill. It's a 2v2 situation, but Chidwick does get the kill on Phelpsy. That's a good start. Sammy is on a 1v1. Look at Precision. The backup from Cyclone that is taken down by Hydra, and he takes down Precision, and now Chidwick is just running at him. He's trying to get the pick as best he can, but he's in all world of trouble here, taking bullets, soaking them up. KLT takes down Fable Crim, and I think now Cyclone have got the position, but Fable, they need to make sure they're not allowed to come into this B hill and decap it too quickly.
Yeah, Hydran's done amazingly here, rotating from the baby steps, along with his team, ensuring he does not get downed as he enters the pumping station. The players of Fable are starting to push. Hydran, he's called out, he's forward, I'm sure. That's why he's running back to his teammates, ready for that revive, ready for that reset. Getting distance from his enemies. Phelpsy and Craze, the star duo, do start things off. RMJ, though, does get a kill back, but Phelpsy and Co are still flying over. Sammy with a double as well. And Hydra in a tricky situation now. Precision looking to pinch. His teammate is just behind, though, for Hydra.
This is very big from Sammy. If he makes a play here, this will be absolutely massive. But Hydran's doing a good job in just making sure he doesn't get too close to him, and he finds himself in cover, allowed to soak up the damage. So that's well played by Fable again. They're just so clever in those situations, aren't they? Hydran didn't do anything too brash, didn't try and go into Sammy when he was pushing him. So again, we see this very strong setup practice Fable side looking very, very good.
And now Cyclone have to break the setup again. It looks like it's just the basic strategy, the go-to, right? Straight through pit, rather. And it's 3 players already set up and raring to run to the other side of the map. But no, they've actually had a call out here. They don't like what they see, and they're already jumping onto that platform. RMJ, Precision, and Ashens, that is, who are now running back across the pumping station. They've called out now to be a bit more unpredictable than that. There's an opportunity, there's an opening at pumping station. Let's see what we can do.
Well, the thing is that now they need to make this one big push and try and get this as quick as they can. That's a good shot there from RMJ. He does take him down, and now they need to descend upon this Fable side on this B hill, and RMJ looking for the second kill. He's in a 1v1 with Hit Crim. That's a great shot over the cover there by RMJ. Brilliant play, and now you'll probably see Cyclone. They will proceed on Fable's home hill. They need to get a break at least, but actually I don't think so. They do. Maybe a bit of a... I'd like to see him just get back. Maybe just roll back here, RMJ. Don't have to do anything too stupid. You have got the 2 cap, and Little Ashens has taken down Phelpsy. This is a really good round from Cyclone. All they need to do is hold these 2 hills, and they will come out victors on this 3rd round. Strong
advantage here for Cyclone. They have just 7 seconds to hold on to it. Of course, Fable, they've had to fly off respawn. There's no strategy to it. You just need to get into a hill, and they're not able to do that. Cyclone, good round. They put one on the board and stop any kind of significant streak developing for Fable, and that's important. That really is important, isn't it?
That's a huge, huge win there from from Cyclone. Again, I know it's early days, and Fable, being the team they are, I'm sure they're going to come out and reply to that round. But as you say, it does break the streak, and maybe Fable are thinking, oh, okay, these guys can rotate, they can shoot. You know, this, look at Ashens again taking the 2v in those key scenarios. So great round from Cyclone, and it'll be interesting to see what Fable are going to play here. I think they might go for something on this B area. I can't see quite what it is.
I mean, Fable have done it many times in the past. Instead, they elect for just Boltox here on both walkways. And, not too surprising, honestly. Don't need to change anything up too much. It might sound cliche, but they have Pumping Station on lockdown. Every initial, they seem to have the majority of the presence. And at any time, of course, Crazed and Phelpsy can just get a double and throw them back into the running for control. Question to me is, though, how is this platform fight going to develop? Let's go back there. Precision and Phelpsy pushing onto the platform. And Sammy just lurking as well. I mean, here comes the teamwork as well. Crim just flies back in, takes down Precision, already bowing out, knows that he needs to rotate over. Phelpsy taking the initiative as well to push all the way to the C-Hill. Potential triple cap coming up because they do have numbers of advantage. He's relying on his teammates to go. Sammy's going to have to run forward or back. He's chosen to go forward, but he will get dropped straight away. And it is absolutely perfect from Fable there.
Great execution from Fable in that round. That's a brilliant rotation from Phelpsy, and he's almost got too much confidence in his team to say, well, listen, guys, you just quickly take out Pete while I go and get that home hill. So that's perfect play there from Fable. And, although Cyclone came out and won the last round, Fable replied back and shut them down pretty quickly again. So good round from Fable, and I'd like to see, and I think that Cyclone can't really allow that to happen. They need to be stronger. There needs to be more communication. When that happens, when they lose that platform area, Phelpsy's always going to do that, especially in this latter round. So Cyclone need to do something here to stop him from getting position on them.
Incendiaries, meanwhile, have been placed on top of the platform. So there is going to be that attention from both teams now in that area, each round at the very least. Potentially two as well. You might see Crim lurk at. I think that's him actually lancering Precision from the right. The callouts have come in. I'm sure that Precision's running through baby snaps. Just shot in the back. Not enough to down him.
Good shots.
Yeah. And then here comes Marsh straight up on the flank. He knows that his teammates are getting angled out, so he's going to apply the pressure. He's going to stop those lances in the tracks. And look who gets the incens. Phelpsy, the start with those grenades. Crim actually getting taken out by Chidwick, though. So there is potential there to make a play. Ooh, big back A from Phelpsy. Reads Chidwick like a book. And now he's going to get flanked. Can he use the incense to stop his teammate? No, but that's a trade. And that'll do exactly as pleased. As he's only lost a simple 1v, which now leads to, of course, Cyclone getting all wiped out because his teammate has the numbers advantage of Pumping Station. So that's all good and well.
Yeah,
happy with that from.
I was going to say that I thought that was fantastic shots there from Cyclone on that platform area. They had the position. I mean, I think it was Crim who came round rushing behind them, and they dodged the bullet, but Precision just missed the shot as he rolled into him, and that's going to probably be a very, very key point in the, a very key turning point in this round. And now we're just going to see Cyclone try and rotate to the home hill, a rotation we see very often from a lot of Gears teams in this scenario when the other team, the opposition, has that B hill.
Look at this, Darko. As soon as the players step from platform onto the enemy's half, straight to the enemy spawn, the whole of Fable rotate round, but they're not weak by any stretch over at Pumping Station. They just ensure their respawns go in that direction to get the downs out in the open, and also be in a close enough position to turn on the Pumping Station. Crazed, for example, was the man doing just that and already rotating to those baby steps. Cyclone, they're throwing a lot at Fable right now, but they've got no answers really to respond to the champs.
It's absolutely clinical there from Fable. I think you just mentioned it, just so clinical. And look at that down. They just waited for him to get back up and double fire him down back again. And this is the Fable you want to see, especially if you are an EU fan. Rooting for them in this major. You love seeing this type of play, and RMJ gets taken down as well. And Marsh and Crim just look very, very good in their doubles at the moment.
Once again, there's no map presence from Cyclone. They've been wiped, essentially, on this map, and given the scoreline, they need to just get back into it fast, right? They need to start mobilizing their players in all kinds of directions. They're going to need a triple cap, but first, they need to get some kills, and it's so difficult. Phelpsy with a tactical incend to block off the walkway. That's one entrance covered, and they only have 10 seconds to move as well.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo from Ashens there, but he does dodge the incendiary grenades, and RMJ does take out my Phelpsy, but it is no matter. felt Fable taking this 4-1, and Cyclone at the moment looking like they don't really have response for the rotations and the clinical play that Fable are showing at the moment.
Something needs to change at this point. It's a bit deja vu each of these rounds in terms of how they're playing out. Cyclone keep trying to react to a setup that Fable get quite comfortably and consistently. They go through pit, but they're shut down immediately with barely any kills to show for it. And as such, power weapon change, you know, something would be great. Not too sure what is at the top of the map.
We will maybe
but it's the top of the map, right? We'll find out, but it's the top of the map, and that's all that matters, because the initial is going to continue, nonetheless.
Yeah. So whatever it is,
whatever it is, it's not a good look for Cyclone, even though we cannot see what that is.
But, you know, I've said this before, you know, any EU team in this situation, they so much struggle to take those individual fights against Fable. You know, when one goes down, when Fable are on the run and they're on the hunt like a wild pack of wolves, when one goes down, 3 other members go down, 4 other members go down. I don't know why I said 15 there. It's a 5v5 escalation match. But no, you know, Fable, the only way someone's going to try and give it to this Fable team is if they on par with them in those individual fights, and it's just not happening at the moment. Again, Cyclone. Well, yeah, it's. I mean, you wouldn't want to be a player on Cyclone. You know, you won't want to be a player on Cyclone when you're up against the likes of Crim flying at your head first. But you know, the only way that the Cyclone are going to try and get in here, and I don't know if we saw the bit of precision, and he's sitting on 1 kill and 1 down. He's not having the best
No
of games.
caps or breaks either.
And 156 dead time. I don't like to pick out the lad, but he needs to step his game up.
You know, I have to agree. It's hard. It's hard.
It's very hard.
We'll give credit to him. It's hard.
I would have 0 kills and 0 downs and probably 300 death time at this point. I don't even know if that's possible mathematically.
Sure.
But I would have about that if I was playing at the moment. So let's get back into the action. Second hill rotations. Let's see what Fable can do. Let's see if Cyclone can just stop this madness.
Yeah. Boom shot placed at the top of the map in the previous half. As we go into it, no weapons on the map. And it's all down to shotguns on this platform. It's argued to be a bit more of a scrappy fight compared to the pumping station.
They have got the home
a bit more space as well, and maybe that's lending actually to Cyclone.
Really good.
In this fight, they haven't got E-control, though. They need to start capping out if they want to get a triple cap anytime soon, but I don't think they're going to have the numbers actually to hold on to it. 10-second respawn timer given. It's the first round of the second half, and all you see is red on your screen. It's not a fun sight.
It's not, and these short respawns time, I don't think that was the best idea for Cyclone to overextend in there. And look, Fable have just shut them down, getting the 3-piece. Ashen, Sammy, and T-Precision going down in the blink of an eye. And maybe a questionable decision there from Cyclone to push that in that situation. Maybe just try and go for the 2-cap, and Hydro just playing with Chidwick like a piece of spaghetti on a plate. And look now, Fable are trip-capping again. Little Ashens needs to do something to stop this from happening, and it doesn't look like he has got. He does get the kill there on Craze. Good play there. And now Crim and Marsh just putting on the pressure. I think they're going to overthrow Tate, but look at that. Marsh taking down RMJ and Crim taking down Ashens, and I think that's going to be the trip cap domination to take this 6-1, Toby. Great play from Fable.
Indeed it will. I think you got to highlight that mistake, right, from Cyclone. Fair play. They won that initial, and it was quite convincing, right? They had a lot of numbers alive. They threw all those resources at the triple cap, which, honestly, you do need if you're going to go for it. But as soon as you realize we haven't really started capping this, we don't have any kills on the board to speak of, and Fable have the full 5 in front of us, pull out. Just don't stay there anymore. Don't sacrifice any deaths. Just get out of there as fast as you can. And unfortunately, Cyclone, they just hung about. There was little communication in that process. And as such, Fable, they showed what one big mistake can equal, and it's just a counter triple. We see it all the time on the pro circuit.
It is. Yeah, you're exactly right when you say that, Toby. They should have pulled out. You know, they didn't want to cause anything happening in that rotation there. But no, we'll get back into the action, and Fable 6-1 up against this Cyclone team, and you know, again, look, it's just all red on your screen. You see so many dead little skulls there on the blue side, and you don't want to see that because look, Phelpsy now picking up the boon and just gracefully walking into Cyclone's home hill, and you know, you don't like to see this. You really don't.
Precision has managed to break it, though, somehow. Chidwick will get boom shotted, and, you know, it seems all but over at this point in time, unless RMJ can pull someone out of the back. Nope, it's not going to happen. That is going to be it. It's 7-1 this first map, and very simple stuff from Fable. It was actually 5 rounds in a row. And not too surprised, Boomshot was placed down by Cyclone. They thought, you know what, if we can win the initial ones, let's risk it. We need it at this point. We need to win the lottery, it seems. And if they do win the initial, they get a free Boomshot out of it. So, you know what, I usually criticize that play, but I guess you got to grab onto anything you can at this point in time.
You do, yeah, 100%. And Fable, we see it so many times as well against so many teams that in those latter stages when the respawn timers are so long at 20, 25 seconds, and they just tend to just wipe out a team so quickly. And then, as soon as they've done that, you see them flying over to the opposition's home hill and just gaining all sorts of position. And look, see Keith on your screen there. He's still giving them tips and pointers. There's always room for improvement in this man's eyes. And it's great to see, definitely Fable, where can they go to get to the next level? Because, this next major, I'm sure they're not going to want to come and go there and come second. They're going to want to go and go there and come first. Yes,
it's a good shout actually. Rubik's the coach. He's evidently being proactive despite what was a simple 7-1. It's players they've played against plenty of times. The team as well, Cyclone. I'm sure they've scrimmed even a little bit online before this event, so they knew what they were expecting. But even now, Rubik's bit of pointers, even if not that, just encouragement, right? Well played, guys. Good job. You're doing what you need to do. Keep it up. That kind of stuff really does help at the end of the day.
100%.
And I'm glad, Rubik's is settling in very quickly against maybe not the opponents they're aiming towards improving against, but, they're settling. He's settling ready for those future opponents, maybe, the bigger games tomorrow. So, yeah, good shout.
I know we have, I know we see Phelpsy, we saw him at the interview at the EGL Sheffield after we saw him be a bit, I guess a bit confident, maybe edging on a bit cocky. But, I've spoken to these Fable guys, and they're not taking this tournament lightly. These guys are really, really taking this as very serious practice, as I said to Chris in the pre-match talk. So it is good to see, and, Keith is offering, obviously, I guess a foundation. He is offering intelligence to them all the time, and he's doing a great job so far, and it's definitely showing. This Fable side, remember, I know we've said it before, haven't scrimmed as a full team for the last 3 weeks because of Marsh's difficulties with revisions and stuff like that. So even that, they come here to this event, even with that against them, they still look so strong, and I can imagine it's Keith has had something to do with that, definitely.
Can't disagree with that. Big shout out to Rubik's.
Big shout out to Rubik's.
Big shout out to Rubik's.
The Rubes.
Nonetheless, Foundation is next, and as you rightfully mentioned, it's basically deja vu from the game earlier against Lucent, and I'm sure Fable will carry on their stride as per usual. But will Cyclone?
Confused, but no, we're going to go straight back into this one. And Fable here in this mid-fight, it'd be interesting to see if Cyclone can do anything. They do get the down there. T position does take up the kill on Craze, but Krim does take down RMJ. And this is a bit of a back and forth, more back and forth than expected. Chidwick coming in there with a kill on Marsh. He does roll into Krim, and Krim does a little bit of Neo movement there to roll at the right second, but he does get taken down in the end. And now we see Fable are taking down the B hill. This is a big fight here from Chidwick. He does get taken down. Hydrone is just too good with his movement, isn't he? He's too clinical. It's almost like he plans out every step he takes when it comes to his movement, which is just fantastic to see. And now Fable are looking like they've got position on both B and A hills. And
these players are still showing the utmost respect for their opponents, not rushing in for those gibbs, playing the damage, keeping his distance. And Hydrone, he's doing it perfectly, right? He's not got right-hand advantage. He knows his teammates next to him, so he's not going to try and jump onto that cover or get a bit too aggressive with his positioning. Crazed, Hydrone, both pushing the 2v1. The communication's evident in that example there. So yeah, Fable definitely not taking this too lightly. It is clinical from them. We've used that word a lot. And even now, our Fable impressing us in this stage of the tournament.
They are indeed. Even against maybe a weaker opposition to the NA teams, they are still showing great play, great execution of strategy. And I say that, but RMJ has Marsh's life there and does take him out. Now he's going to decap the B. Little Ashens does take out Fable Krim on the other side of the map as well. So maybe Cyclone's showing a little bit of life in this round. I know it's early doors, early days. I say it all the time, but, how a first round goes is always the way, it always sets the tone for the matchup. So let's see if Cyclone can hold this, because Fable are going to send 3 down this fountain area. Krim is the first one to go. Good Lancer fire there. Yeah, great Lancer fire there from Precision. Great team fire there, working together, making sure they don't do anything brash. And they have held Fable to a point, but it looks like Fable are going to come through the smoke here and happen onto this B hill.
Bit of bait and switch action as well from Fable. Crim ran forward, he ran back straight away. And as soon as that, Marsh, he ran down the opposite side of the ramp. And as soon as Precision saw that, he was like, you know what, I'm out. They've done me here. I'm going to back out early as possible. And here's the result. Fable, they've taken up so much control here in the Pistons that they can eventually go for this B cap. Maybe a bit of a revive chain. Cyclone knows what's going on, but they need to start pushing. Triple cap starts blinking. Precision, the first man to get going here. The cleanup of the kill is important. Rolling into Marsh. Cray says, no, you're not pushing my teammate. Marsh protects his teammate once again. Brilliant stuff as Ashens finds Phelpsy. But once again, you know, Fable, they've built up a score lead. They've got B-Hill back already. And they should be their round to get.
If this was a kitchen of Fable GG, it would be on fire right now. Gordon Ramsay would have something to say about it because Craze is just unbelievable when it comes to those individual shotgun fights. But now Cyclone taking a couple of kills out, and now we see every single ring that's been decapped. But Fable, again, they're showing the great defense. And, you know, again, look, Cena, nothing could be done here from Cyclone, and now Fable are going to probably just take this round and shut that out quickly.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Fable, 1-0. Agreed. 3 minutes 33. Coincidence?
No, not at all. I mean, that was actually longer than most rounds last
True. That is what we can confirm.
So Cyclone are improving. It's an improvement, Toby Campbell. It's an improvement.
All right, well, placement time for Cyclone. I think we're going with the Hambus again. Chidwick, he picked it up on the previous map, and he's going to place them down for himself once again here. Fountains and welding, nothing too surprising. I want to see an overkill. Look, mate, I want to see an overkill.
You're looking at me very seriously
shouting?
right
Hopefully
now,
they hear me on main stage.
Well, let's hope we do see an overkill.
Please.
Cyclone needs something here. They're looking, I mean, to be fair, I will say this, that last round they did look like they had a bit more organisation. But, you know, one thing we've got to say here in this scenario, Fable have been a team for a long time. Cyclone have not
before, but still moving forward nonetheless and applying that pressure, moving them out in such a perfect way. Elegant, if you will, Darko.
Elegant like a fish, Toby Campbell, I say all the time. There's the comment.
Had to get it in today.
You had to get it in today at least once. Thank you for that, Tobes. But no, we see Fable here setting up in this B hill. Here Phelps is going to come at the back. He does take down Ashens and Sammy KLT. And now he's just showing a little bit of style there, saying, well, fellas, welcome to my world. And now we see, but in the midst of all that, Cyclone have responded and rotated and got both home hills, but as I say, that Fable are trip capping now, and you know this is looking very, very dodgy there from Cyclone, but great kill from Chidwick to ensure the defenses and the reinforcements, and now he's just going to push on. I don't understand what he's doing here. He's in a bit of a difficult position. He is full reds. Craze strafes the Lancer Fire, and the Lancer Fire from behind him does take him out finally, and we're going to see Fable maybe put a little bit of pressure on this home hill of Cyclone. Sammy KLT just running up. A bit brash there from him, but he does take down Crim, and Fable just going to re-rotate back. Crazed. Great play from him, just recognizing that there is going to be a push over top tables, but I don't think that's the same with Crim. Crim wants a little bit of the action. Sorry, Hydron wants a little bit of the action. He does get taken down from Little Ashens, and RMJ gets taken down from his own teammate there, so...
Not what you like to see, mate.
Not what you like to see.
Not what you like to see.
Not what you like to see. I think that's a good response there from Fable. Good rotations there to recognise that the push was there. You know, the push was coming, and they just look like in a very strong positions. Nearly 70 points up this Fable side, and all they really need to do is just hold this B hill and make sure no heavy pushes get in.
At this point in time, it looks like Cyclone are just being a bit reckless. They're throwing in numbers at times where perhaps they shouldn't, and Fable are just reading them every single time. I'm not sure if they're trying to be, you know, a bit more surprising in their approach to how they're playing, but at times it's just not looking great. They've got the B hill back. Fable are still there on the home street saying, you know what, I know you've sent that many numbers, we know at least, and we're going to fly over there as a result. The points lead is so significant. 100 points now you're looking at as the 210 mark approaches. That Fable, they can do anything they want, and Hydron is showing that. He doesn't want to dance, just wants a tap dance, if anything, as he slowly goes back and forth, baits RMJ into his shot. They've lost the A hill, but Hydron has had a free stroll into the B hill just to ensure this round goes their way. You can't fault them, can you?
You can't fault them, and I think what Hydron just did to RMJ there is just an example of how strong, confident this team are, and It's almost like Fable are rotating at such a fast pace. This Cyclone team don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know how to. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know what to do. Like you say, Toby, they are being very reckless in their pushes, and they are just kind of throwing numbers. It's almost like they're throwing everything. They're throwing the kitchen sink at every single scenario they can.
All of the utensils, mate.
All of the utensils, the washing machine as well. And it's just not working. It's really not working for this team. And Fable just doing a great job in shutting them down as soon as we get. As soon as any push comes.
All right, well, weapons play.
They're getting an overkill, but you never know. Fable might lose a round and put it down just for the laugh. And now we see here Fable just taking it down, her numbers in B, and Team Precision is doing a good job to try and maybe put a little bit of pressure on that home hill. Fable Crim recognises that. That's a great rotation from him. As quick as possible, as quick as he can. And Craze takes down Sammy, and RMJ takes down, Craze takes down RMJ, and now it's looking like a Fable position again.
Heads up play from Crim. Once again, he's close enough to Precision. He had damage, but he was like, you know what? I'm a bit too close to many more Cyclone players. I'm going to rotate and come straight back when necessary. As he shows off his bouncing speed. He's got his teammates next to him. He's got teammates across the way angling with double lancers. And as we say that, it's a team wipe. The B hill comes in perfectly timed, and it's so methodical, it's elegant, there's precision involved.
And that,
in many ways,
you said that as well.
Many
precision
ways.
just takes down the kill going into the home hill. But yeah, like you say, Toby, it's clinical from Fable. It's a great showing from them. They're doing
no emotion, by the way, on Hydron's face. He's just.
I don't think there's ever emotion on his face ever. Anyway,
factual. I'd side with you on that statement.
Yeah. He's a very cool character.
They're also not having too many laughs and chuckles. You can tell from the gameplay and also looking at them there on our screens that they're treating this serious.
It doesn't matter if that team's a 14th, 15th seed team or a first or a second seed team. They're not taking anyone lightly. They are coming into this and getting as much practice as they can. But that's a great shot there from Ashens. He does get the double kill. He's looking for the third. I thought he was going to do it then, but Crim takes him down very, very well. Shuts him down from catching fire, as they say.
Well, if you haven't noticed, folks, it was the boom shot that went down, and Hydron picked it up very quickly indeed. He's even using his pistol right now with help with Crim's Lancer. But they're not going to elect to push up just yet. They're going to slow down for the time being and see when is actually the prime time to push and perhaps go for a triple with that. They've done it plenty of times. They're set up, ready to go. I'm sure they've had a bit of a call out here. You see one player jumping at the back of Pistons to support the teammates. Hydron actually over on that C hill.
Yes, indeed. They're just rotating here, and Ashens is on his own, trying to soak in the pressure, and he gets taken down. But he has got Chidwick and Precision to back him up, and this is actually some good lance of fire here from Cyclone on this on their home hill. But again, Fable, they just find a way to sneak out of those little positions, don't they, and come out the victors. And look at that Marsh taking down Chidwick. He didn't even have time to breathe, the man.
It's
great
perfect.
Play.
Fable have pushed through Pistons at the exact same time, but also keeping the distance. Cyclone, they're not going to be able to push even one side because the numbers are just being abused in every sense of the word here on both sides of the map. It's amazing to see. So impressive from this Fable squad. Triple Cap starts chiming in. Will their shotguns hold out? No. Chidwick does stop that in his tracks by finding Hydron, but it feels as though the damage is done. Look at this. Still, Crim is holding strong despite the numbers in front of him. The angle's still coming in from Craze. Definition of an angle, by the way. There is no cover they can sit on, and have cover from both sides. Starts to come in with the individual talent as well. It's like a cherry on top of the cake to finish off this round. RMJ will fall, and Fable showing once again here in the gameplay why they are the top seed in Europe.
Well, if you were to taste that cake, Toby, it would definitely taste like victory. 4-0 Fable, and look at them. They're just too good, and it's just too good from Fable. All we're seeing here is just an exhibition of great play, great execution, and you know, again, Cyclone, they need to relax. I don't know what they need to do. Something. They need to breathe. They need to try. Did they just put down an overkill?
No. I have the secret, and it's an overkill. Okay? Can we write it on a card and post it into the main stage or something? No. Just pass it along each player. Overkill? Question mark? You know, just put it in the minds, and they might do it. I don't know.
We're not going to get an overkill, Toby.
Someone.
We're going to get a boom though in B.
We've still got that boom shot, yeah.
A boom in B.
They're going to have to continue battling for that statue blocked. Cyclone just want a shotgun battle, and they want to try their hands at winning an initial. It's hard, though. It really is. Chidwick can hear me for some reason, though. He doesn't need an overkill, it seems. He's happy with an Asher at this point in time. But Craze does answer back with a kill of his own. Phelpsy holding on.
He needs to use those.
Big incense. That could have been big. It could have been the winner there if he took down Phelpsy. He could have had that boom shot and the B capture, but it's not going to work out. Phelpsy, he's experienced with the incense and evidently dodging them as well.
Maybe a little bit of bad movement there from Phelpsy. I don't know if he had his controller quite in his sights. I don't understand what Team Precision's mind thought there, running into a boom with a cover, but Phelpsy takes him down pretty easily, and now he's going to be able to fountains. Remember, he has got a boom shot, so this is very dangerous for Cyclone. They are going to move over in these home hill sides, maybe cut into B, maybe try and go into the home hill, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try and pinch, but Fable already there, and Hydrone's just flanked Chidwick. He had no idea, the man. And now they're going to see the trip cap domination coming in. Fable Marsh taking down Sammy, and look at this. Precision is the man, the saviour for Cyclone. He needs to do something, but he gets taken down swiftly, and RMJ doesn't know what to do. He's not getting in the kill. He does just about, and Fable Craze says, no, Hydrone, you're not getting all the glory today. Crim takes down Crazed. Remember, I'm commentating now on them taking down their own teammates. That's how it's got to. I don't quite know what to say, but again, Fable 5-0. And look, we look at the score, we look at the kills and the downs, and Fable looking very stacked in compared to this Cyclone side.
I saw the overkill.